You're watching Pro Box, live and exclusive on Screen Sport. We're coming to you from Doncaster tonight. David Brenner, Jimmy McDonald with you at ringside at the Dome. A quick word about how you can win 2 tickets to see Chris Eubank against Juan Carlos Jimenez on Saturday. Get your skates on. Look up Sport Text on page 540 or ring this number. Got a pen? 0891 333 545. 0891 333 545, or turn to page 540 of Sport Text. We've got a couple of tickets to give away. Eubank against Jimenez this coming Saturday. If you missed that number, I'll give it again a little bit later. Right now we're going to see a featherweight contest, the reigning Commonwealth amateur champion, John Irwin against Colin Lynch. This is Colin Lynch from Coventry. Experienced fighter. In fact, you can say he's 15 times more experienced than his young opponent. This youngster, John Irwin, the Commonwealth gold medalist from New Zealand in 1990, having his 3rd professional fight tonight. In front of his home crowd as well. Here's Mike Shinfield again. Mike Shinfield waiting for Colin Lynch to get into the ring. Now we hear from Mike.
Gentlemen, please. We continue the program, ladies and gentlemen, with a featherweight contest of 6 3-minute rounds. In this corner, ladies and gentlemen, from Coventry, Colin Lynch. And from Doncaster, ladies and gentlemen, Irwin.
John Joe Irwin, big following here tonight at the Dome.
At the weigh-in today, Lynch scaled 9 stones 2.5 pounds, Irwin 9 stones 2.25 pounds.
So
the
just
referee for this contest,
ounces
Mr.
in it.
Roy Snipe,
referee.
Mr. Frank Capel.
Jimmy, you know what it's all about, winning Commonwealth medals.
Absolutely, and in Irwin you're looking at, like you said, a Commonwealth Games gold medalist, which that speaks values for his pedigree. But in Lynch you've also got a former international as an amateur, and also quite a dangerous puncher, so I'd like to see Johnny Irwin make sure that he's absolutely 100% on the case. I'm sure he will be.
Seconds out, round 1.
Well, Lynch in the red, Irwin in the white. And I tell you that Lynch has lost, I should say, as well as 2 fights, well inside the distance.
Yeah, he's a real travesty to me. He's a real talented boxer who there was high hopes for in the Midlands when he initially turned professional. He's just come unstuck in his career in more ways than one, and the fact that he's got 19 losses on his record is, for me, it's almost astounding. But, you know, when he faces new kid on the block who's obviously very ambitious and determined to crack it as a pro, as he did as an amateur.
Irwin only turned professional a couple of months ago, had his first professional contest on the 8th of September. Here in Doncaster, beat Kid McCauley. Pointing over 6 rounds. In fact, both Irwin's fights have gone the full trip. But I'm delighted to see he's fighting 6'3", and not that absolute awful 6'2s that I'm glad to say we seem to be getting rid of.
I was discussing that issue with John Irwin a little while ago upstairs before the contest, and that's one of the things he's enjoying about the programme, where he can take his time a little bit. He's a technician and likes to box and feel his way in, and he hasn't got to go into what he called the sprint no more.
Good right-hander from the local boy. Well, he's not renowned as a puncher as Irwin. Lynch comes flailing back at him.
Lynch doing the right thing, staying cool, keeping his hands in good position, and just trying to bide his way through this storm, because Irwin is looking to end it here and now by the looks of things. But still needs to not walk onto one, because they've already stated Lynch can punch.
Irwin taking this opening round, emphatically getting home with some good shots, particularly the right hand.
Very impressive opening round.
Yeah, it's good. Well inside the last minute.
Keeping it tight, not marching in recklessly, working behind that left hand, looking to set him up for the ammunition following behind it. Nice short right uppercut there.
No,
Off the right hand lead.
the only thing that Irwin has got to guard against is over-eagerness. He can stop this man, but he's just got to take his time.
And bide it. Bide his time. That's absolutely 100% correct.
Nice start by the youngster, John Irwin. And while we go with him back to his corner, let me again remind you that coming up in a little while we have our main event of the evening, 12 rounds for the Welterweight Championship of the Commonwealth, with Don Boucher of Canada, who was our International Boxer of the Year on ProBox in 1991, defending his title against Ireland's Eamonn Loughran.
You just see the eagerness of John Irwin here on his own territory. You see his right hand. It's an unorthodox right hand. It's not a straight one. It's more of a wide swinging right hand, like slam the door style, but it landed bang on the target. And you see in a double jab and right hand yet again, trying to come back with the hook to follow. Very positive. Look at that right hand. Lynch absolutely wide open to it. No defence to it at all.
Seconds out. Round 2.
Second round was scheduled for 6. John Irwin, local boy from Doncaster, in the white. Colin Lynch made the trip up the motorway from Coventry in the red. He's got a bit of a pasting in the opening round.
Don't sit on the fence, Dave. And see, the problem for me anyway, from Colin Lynch's point of view, is Irwin's now settling into his routine, into his rhythm, and Lynch is really not doing nothing to offset it. He's got to try and gain a little bit of respect from the former Commonwealth gold medalist, and he's not going to do it by posing. He's got to start letting the shots go. Try and turn things round. At the moment, Irwin's too eager for him, too fresh and too ambitious. Just seems a little bit too alert and too quick off the block.
Midway through the round, and I think, although Irwin is not renowned as a puncher, I think perhaps, Jimmy, that's something that can be rectified in the gym, because he's not stepping into his shots, but most of the punches he throws are arm shots.
At the moment, you're still seeing a lot of his amateurism still in him, the speed, which you don't want to leave behind, as it were. But you can see there's a lot of room for improvisation, which will come with time when he sets down and really get some lateral movement into letting them shots go and starts rolling in with them shots. But he is a speed merchant. He's very, very sharp, and you can see that left hand, it gets home on a regular basis. And it's
lovely boxer.
Absolutely.
And he's spearing in this right hand, and if the right hand carried any weight at all, Lynch would have been down and probably stopped by now. I'm sure of it. As we pointed out at the beginning, Lynch does have a useful dig himself, and we've already seen one upset tonight with Paul Wesley blasting out Paul Jones in 2 rounds. So a puncher has always got a chance.
John Irwin, although it's only his 3rd professional contest tonight, let's not forget he's an absolute thoroughbred amateur, and he's adapted very quickly to the professional routine. And tonight is evidence of that for everyone.
End of round 2. We're going to take a break. Back in a moment. Welcome back to a dome in Doncaster. John Joe Irwin against Colin Lynch.
Corners 10 seconds.
Live and exclusive here on Screen Sport.
Round 3.
Coming up to the halfway stage.
So Colin Lynch has definitely got to try and turn this round now, because otherwise he's on an hiding to nothing really, because he's standing still and allowing Irwin to trigger off combinations of shots. He just works that left jab sporadically, then lets him go in bursts. And really Colin Lynch is standing for it.
From Irwin, growing in confidence as really every second passes in this contest.
He's absolutely dissected him, Dave. He's picking shots out the air really. He's saying to himself, here comes the left hook, and he just leans in and whips it home. Absolutely bang on the target every time, with either the right hand or the hook. And say he's yet to miss with a jab.
Well, at the moment he's really coming down off his toes and trying to tee off against Lynch now, and it's beginning to hurt the Coventry man.
The referee looking closely at Colin Lynch, because he's really shipping one or too many punches without coming back with anything
Well, last time out,
constructive of his own.
Last time out, Lynch stopped him 1. The time before that, stopped him 3.
You can see Lynch is becoming so frustrated now with the mobility that's in front of him. John Irwin, he's very quick on his feet, good mover, got fast hands, good variety, and he's obviously very difficult to read.
Well, he's certainly one for the future, is young John Irwin.
Good quality performer. And what I like about what he's doing his job, he's going about it, he's not acting flash as he's in control, but still being very professional, keeping his hands up, and he's got his mind absolutely on the case, not going to do anything crazy and run into one. Good signs.
Had to happen. That punch no stronger than any of the others. It hardly seemed to graze Lynch, but down he went. Now that's a good canny pro taking the full 8.
I don't think he's found it though, he's going to get blown out of there now.
I think Roy Snipe can stop this, I really do.
There'll be no complaints from me.
Irwin, I think, just letting his enthusiasm carry him away a little bit there.
Took the words out of my mouth. Nothing malice about that, you know, he's just caught in the mid-flow of letting shots go, and I don't even think he heard the bell. But Colin Lynch won't agree with that statement, I'm sure. He's very, very angry.
Let's take another look at the lockdown.
Let's just see on here, Dave, as you stated, it wasn't no different from any other shot. There you see it was a cracking right hand, landed flush on the jaw, almost what I call the American chopper. It landed on a downward arc, connected, and Lynch paid the price. You see him, he uses that jab every time to set him up. There it comes, bang, that's the shot that done the damage, and down he goes. You can't keep abroad, and eventually you will wilt, and that was testimony of that fact.
Technically, that was a very good shot too. He rolled the wrist as he connected.
Round 4.
4th round. Question is now, can Lynch get through it?
I doubt it. Irwin's looking to end it here and now. He's come flying off his stall.
Oh, what a good punch that was. Now, Irwin has just got to keep a cool head now.
He's so in control. He's just setting him up. I'm sure Colin Lynch in the back of his mind is just thinking, let's see if I can pull one out of the bag. But
yeah, Roy Sniper's seen quite enough.
And rightly so.
Quite right.
Good professional performance from Johnny Irwin, though. Really ruthlessly went about his business, had his man at his mercy, and didn't show no mercy. And from a professional point of view, it's a good time for his future.
His first stoppage win. 3 fights, 3 wins now, and his first inside the distance victory. The first, I'm sure, of many.
He's really adapted to the pro game, Mr. Irwin.
Round 4, ladies and gentlemen, with Lynch not in a position to continue, the referee has stopped the contest. The winner, ladies and gentlemen, John Joe Irwin.
A young man I'm sure we will see again, John Joe Irwin. Now, coming up next, our chief support, Errol McDonald against Gordon Blair. Chief support to Boucher against Loughran. That's next, here on Pro Box on Screen Sport. Welcome back. Pro Box on Screen Sport. Main event coming up after this. The chief support of the evening, Errol McDonald against Gordon Blair. Get that pencil ready. I'll be giving you the phone number to telephone and find out how you can win a couple of tickets to Eubank Jimenez at GMEX on Saturday. Got the pen? Got the paper? Here you go. 0891 333 545 or turn to page 540 as sport text. A couple of very simple questions. If you get them right, you could be in line to be a VIP guest of Screen Sport Matchroom at GMEX on Saturday. That's Saturday. This is now. We're at the Dome in Doncaster, and this is Gordon Blair from Glasgow. A man who has wrecked the odd reputation or two in his time. Rather like Paul Wesley at the opening of this particular show tonight. We've seen him once on Pro Box against Tony McKenzie a year ago when he was blasted out in 5. And for this young man, Errol McDonald, a real make-or-break fight tonight, having his first contest since a sensational stoppage defeat at the hands of Robert Wright in Ferry in March of this year. Unbeaten as an amateur and only twice defeated as a pro. Now, Alan Hughes is our regular MC. He's back with us now. And as Gordon Blair gets into the ring, Alan Hughes dusts off his tonsils. Let's hear from him.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a welterweight contest at 10 stone 9 pounds over 8 3-minute rounds. Introducing in the red corner with the burgundy shorts from Scotland, Gordon Blair. And his opponent in the blue corner with the black and the gold shorts from Nottingham, Errol McDonald. At the weigh-in today, Blair scale 10 stone 9, McDonald at 10 stone 8. Your referee for the contest is Vicky Van of Leeds, and your timekeeper, Barry Pinder.
Those are the two boys.
Just an interesting note is, you know, Errol McDonald, who's fought for a European title, when you come back down to grassroots level, sometimes it can be very difficult to get yourself motivated, but Errol's career, as we all know, is on the line, and he's got to be motivated tonight.
Now, you can see that Errol McDonald is wearing trainers. You see there, the black trainers. I've never seen that in a boxing ring before, Jimmy.
Well, actually, they look an Americanised baseball boot. He's got a little bit of thingy there, but when he first got in the ring, I thought it was trainers as well, but
now,
it's only different.
I wonder, is that legal footwear?
Out, round 1.
I wonder. We'll have a think about that. We'll come back to that. Round 1.
He certainly looks a big welterweight, this Gordon Blair.
He's a big puncher. McDonald in the black and gold, Blair in the burgundy.
And Errol really needs to get off to a sharp start, make him miss, which Errol's very good at, and not get nailed with anything early that'll offset him until he finds his rhythm and lets his class prevail.
Now, we know that Errol McDonald has got a big punch as well. Magnificent record, unbeaten as an amateur. He was unbeaten as a pro, until Jim and McDonald on my right went with him to Italy to fight for the European title, and it was a real case of we was robbed, Jim.
Well, he actually got disqualified, Errol, in the last round. I think he was throwing too many punches for the Italians' liking.
We will not tell you what Jimmy Mack said to the referee that night. So, I don't think the ref will be on your Christmas card list, Jim.
I said to him, don't phone me, I'll phone you.
Exactly. This is an 8-rounder. Chief support to the main event of the evening, Boucher against Loughran.
Out of his 13 wins, Gordon Blair, 8 have come within the distance, so he's obviously, as you've already picked up, Dave, a fair puncher, so Errol needs to be 100% on this case. Errol McDonald, as usual, neatly attired in his artistic outfits, which he has designed for him.
Well, he's had a long layoff. Best part of 9 months. I'm sure the desire is still there, but defeat against Blair tonight, that really would be something of a dampener. Could almost spell the end of a career, you never know.
He chopped that right hand over there, Blair. It was ominous looking and dangerous, but it's the first early sign of the danger he may pose. I just like to see Errol concentrating on his defensive wizardry and making the guy miss and just coming back with the counters and not looking to have a toe-to-toe dogfight with this boy. There's no value. Errol needs to do what he's good at, which is box, and work that stiff left jab. There you see it.
He does not want to get involved in a slugging match with this guy, because Blair can stuff him.
And Blair's got that ominous look in his eyes. That's what he's got in mind.
Well, on the face of it, McDonald should box rings around Blair, but then again, you would have thought the same about Jones and Wesley. And as the old cliche goes, fights are not fought on paper, they're fought on boxing rings.
Well, all I can say, Dave, at the end of that round, it was a very important 3 minutes for Errol McDonald, because to have got that out of the way, he'll be able to relax just a little shade from what he was prior to the opening bell. You know, he's got the first round back in his, let's call it his comeback almost, and he's got through it. And then now, hopefully, the confidence, he'll start to relax, and we'll see the Errol McDonald that we know.
Now, I'm not sure that this is legal footwear. I know boxing boots aren't supposed to have any sort of built-in heel. I've got my doubts about them. I hate to grass on McDonald, but if anybody from the Border Control is watching, I think he might have questions to ask, Jim.
I'll never see him.
Just because you were in his corner. Right, end of controversy. Let's go to Gordon Blair now. He is, as I say, making a second appearance on Pro Box. We saw him against Tony Mackenzie as near as damn a year ago, 19th of November 91. Lost in 5 to Mackenzie at the Norwich Sports Village.
Round 2.
Interesting note, Dave, in Errol McDonald's corner tonight is John Ashton, who fought Sambu Kalambe and also Harold Bomber Graham. So, that's interesting.
You're quite right. I was too intent on looking at his boxing boots.
What boxing boots? That's more like it from Errol McDonald. The speedy left jab, the footwork and the mobility. Leave the dog fights to the dogs. Let them get on with it. As you've already pointed out, Dave, you know, on paper, this guy's lost 8 contests, and really, Errol McDonald should really just treat this as a night's work at the end of the day. But we know after his, you know, big upset against Robert Wright that this is a testing time for him mentally.
Well, this is the 10th time that we've seen Errol on Pro Box, and he just has oozed class in previous contests, and he's fought some good fighters and beaten them, and then suddenly against Robert Wright came unstuck. I mean, Wright bombed him out in 3 rounds. I
don't know what advice Errol's under. You know, he's a smart cookie. Obviously, the best advice that I personally believe he could be given this to do what he's good at, which is, you know, he's a boxing wizard, and just make the guy miss, pot shot, plenty of feinting, plenty of kid, and just like go about his work very, very professionally, and don't get involved in a punch-up. Take no chances. What's important tonight is the victory. Good shots from Errol McDonald. Good combination. 3 shots on the spin. Bang on the target. Because, you know, let's not forget McDonald can sting as well with his shots.
Oh, absolutely. 20 out of 25 inside the distance.
And that'll do his confidence a world of good. It's that little rally there, that was just a touch of the old Errol McDonald there. And he'll get better and better as this fight progresses, but he mustn't make no crazy mistakes.
Well, at the moment, he's a good half a second ahead of anything that his opponent does.
Now Blair's tending to plod in front of him, and Errol can absolutely maximise his speed to maximum effect, as he's now doing. Another good round for Errol McDonald.
End of the round. We'll take a break. Back in a moment.
WBO Super Middleweight Champion Chris Eubank is back to defend his title in a Pro Box Special. His opponent this time, Paraguayan power puncher Juan Carlos Jimenez.
This is a war in every sense of the word.
The champ is back. Live Pro Box Saturday night, 9:30 on Screen Sport.
Let me again remind you that coming up after this contest, the main event of the evening here on Screen Sport, Eamonn Loughran challenging Donovan Boucher for the Commonwealth welterweight title. Right now, we're in another welterweight bout. Errol McDonald from Nottingham against Gordon Blair from Glasgow. And this is something of a comeback for McDonald, been out of action since March.
So Dave, this is a classic. This is the boxer versus the puncher. The puncher, being the Scotchman, is always going to be dangerous, but Errol's the classic boxer, stings himself as well. But there's always that danger. That's what keeps you leaning over and wondering what will happen if he connects with one of his bombs.
Oh, McDonald turned him well. He's so much faster than Blair.
And when Errol McDonald boxes like this, you can see why it took him so long to face his first defeat. And he can really string it together when he's buzzing.
Just a slip, no knockdown.
Yeah, that was only a slip.
Mickey Van wipes down the gloves, getting any trace of...
I was just about to say, I don't think them boxing boots helped him.
No, well... I guess, as experienced a referee as Mickey Van, had he noticed anything amiss in that department, would have done something.
The right hand from Errol McDonald's looking ominous now. He's chopping it over as Blair marches in. And Blair will be wise to take heed. But as Blair becomes more frustrated, he could become more dangerous himself and throw caution to the wind, so very intriguing.
Well, so far this is going exactly the script as far as McDonald's concerned.
That's a boxing display.
It's absolute championship class, it really is, because Blair is no mean opponent.
Good shots from McDonald, up and down, the left hook, first to the belly, then to the head, and that's right out the top drawer, first class.
2 minutes into the round, and once again, a masterly display of sheer skill from Errol McDonald.
Just like to see Errol keep a nice tight defence and roll with the shots, because he's very good at making guys miss.
Well, Oh, he just clipped with the left then.
Yeah, he's getting picked up by one or two. Just after he's rallied with his own combinations, Errol, he tends to stand there to admire his work and gets caught with a counter. I'd like to see him throw shots and then get on the move very, very quickly. Another good three-punch combination from McDonald. But again, you see, just stay there for a split second and gets picked up with the right hand. But another good round from Errol, you know, he's got his nose in front now and his confidence can only come flooding back as the fight unfolds. I think Gordon Blair now, Dave, he must be thinking to himself, well, what do I do to turn this one round? I've got to start doing something different because McDonald's a little bit too quick, a little bit too sharp, and the only way I'm going to win is inside the distance. I'm not going to outpoint this guy.
No, he is not going to outpoint him, but I think that he certainly has it in him to win it inside the distance.
There you see McDonald at his best, turning the guy, throwing shots, getting through with basically one out of that combination of four, but you could see the slickness, the mobility he possesses. It's just the part that we wanted to pick up, the one underneath and then the one on top. There you see it, left hook under and over, which is quality punches.
That was just lovely, that. Worth the price of admission, that.
That's the jab,
Double
back he goes.
hook combination.
Now Gordon Blair is going to really try and pull McDonald up short now. He knows McDonald's too sharp, too slippery to just go plodding after. He's got to start letting some shots go. Now I can almost feel the tension in Errol as he's going through this contest. This guy's in front of him at all times and Errol knows the guy's dangerous.
Well, you know, at the start of that round, I counted the number of punches that McDonald threw without reply. He got through with something like 14 different shots before Blair tried a counter, which in the event missed.
That's the way to do it. But, you know, you can see all Blair's thinking about is landing one big bomb and hoping that Errol crumbles. In the meantime, he's getting steadily outboxed.
Well, that's the fascinating thing about this contest. He could land a big shot and he could stop him. But at the moment, he's getting a boxing lesson.
And he'd probably be the first to agree. He switched temporarily southpaw. Is he going to try and chuck that left hand over? Yes, he was.
Slept.
I think you may see Errol comply with switching southpaw himself, which I know he's capable of, but I'd rather see him stick to what he's good at, boxing his orthodox stance, and just go about his work in a professional manner. Just the type of contest, if all goes well, Errol McDonald needs. It really is. He's been kept under pressure. You know, a guy with a fair puncher's record. And he's just pot shotting and moving, boxing intelligently. Not doing nothing erratic. Just pot shotting his way in front. You're on an educated left hand. Another good, positive round from Errol McDonald.
That was really quite a superb round for McDonald because Blair really did not land a single shot on target in that round.
Yeah, that's what Errol needs to do. That's what he's capable of. This is how he'd treat this guy if he's working out in the gymnasium. Now, Errol, let's not forget, he's fought for the European Championship. He's a former ABA champion as an amateur. You know, everyone was mooting for him to go a long, long way in the professional game, and now he's back on the course of re-establishing himself. And tonight against Gordon Blair, he's doing just that.
As we go into Gordon Blair's corner, coming off a big upset win against Howard Clark at Cradley Heath in the Midlands back at the tail end of last month. Clark unbeaten going into the fight between the two, and Blair won in 4 rounds.
Looking at Blair in the corner, Dave, he still looks grimly determined. He doesn't look as if he's given it up as a lost cause. You know, he's going to stick to his task. He's obviously fired himself up for this one. He's probably put himself in this position mentally. And if McDonald goes through the gears and ups the pace, let's see what Blair can respond with.
Oh, good attack this from McDonald.
He wants to end it here and now.
Blair is absolutely bemused, but trying to come back with big shots of his own.
And still stay cautious though. This guy's still very strong. McDonald mustn't come apart at the seams. He must stay cool.
It was a dazzling attack at the start of the round. Absolutely bewildering speed.
Errol needs to take a little breather now. He's like put a lot of energy into that. Blair's still there in front of him. Still going to keep coming. Back to the boxing. Back to the jab. Let's get on the move. Make this guy miss. You've had your little flurry. Now calm it all down. Because this guy Blair's obviously got himself in shape for this one, Dave.
Well, it's a chance to bullet himself up into the top 10 in the British rankings.
That's right. If his last fight was an upset, what would happen here? Now, if all goes well for Errol tonight, he can put the right down as a one-off.
Yes.
But to get back to your earlier remarks, it was a dazzling display of punching from Errol McDonald. Great speed and accuracy.
Oh, the start of the round was
And I'll give you
really superb.
Full credit to Blair for coming through it. No, he's sticking in there. He wants it.
Oh, good right hand. And that's opened up a cut.
It's cut him and he's in trouble now, Blair.
Cut Blair right eye. Mickey Van taking a look at it. Calling a timeout. Right on the cheek.
Let's have a closer look at it.
It was the right hand that did that. Unzipped it.
Stop the contest. I think it'd be a wise move because he's on a hiding to nothing, Blair.
That's it.
McDonald's buzzing.
It's all over. He stopped it.
Very disappointed Gordon Blair.
Stopped in 5 rounds, and that is, oh, well, Blair is disgusted. He's off. And, well, you can understand his disappointment. And you can understand Errol McDonald's elation. A 5th round stoppage win.
Can I use the word, Dave? Relief. It must be a great feeling. He's back now. In his own words, I would imagine, with a vengeance.
Absolutely. You get a glimpse of John Ashton, who was in his corner. There's John there, just outside the ropes.
Little scream from Errol McDonald there across the ring of on.
That was the shot that did it.
And won it a good bang right hand, Dave. The guy's ready to go there, and McDonald didn't need no invitation to try and end it.
Well, we've had some good fights, I tell you, on Pro Box tonight from Doncaster here on Screen Sport. And the main event is next. Donovan Boucher against Eamonn Loughran for the Welterweight Championship of the Commonwealth. Join us for that after the break. You're watching Pro Box on Screen Sport. It's main event time now. Don Boucher against Eamonn Loughran. But before the main event, let me tell you about something that we have coming up for you live on Screen Sport on Saturday night. Chris Eubank, his 10th title defense in 2 years. The WBO Middleweight Championship up for grabs. Juan Carlos Jimenez is the latest pretender to the throne. If you don't win our competition, watch it with us on Screen Sport. 9 o'clock on Saturday night. And that number again, 0891 333 545, page 540 of Sport Text. Now then, so much for Saturday. Back to tonight. Main event time. Yes, Eamonn Loughran having the biggest fight of his career against his toughest opponent yet. Donovan Boucher of Canada, the welterweight champion of the Commonwealth. Now I tell you, this man is genuine world class. We first saw him against Mickey Hughes at the York Hall in Bethnal Green. It went 12 rounds for the Commonwealth title. Only one winner. Robert Wright was the next man to challenge. Put up a magnificent performance, but it was stopped in 11 rounds. Now, as for Eamonn Loughran, well, we know that the man has got a hell of a punch and must have a puncher's chance tonight. Loughran against Terry Morrill. And against Kelvin Mortimer. Look for the body shots. This is where Loughran is such an effective fighter. So, Loughran against Boucher. Boucher, a big favourite. Loughran, well, he's looking to succeed where the likes of Gary Jacobs, Kirkland Lang, Mickey Hughes and Robert Wright have all failed. The pride of Ballymena, I know they're watching, and I know that Eamonn Loughran so desperately wants to do well for everyone in Ireland watching this tonight.
I'll tell you what, Dave, you just said that Donovan Boucher is a big favourite, but more than a few punters have enjoyed the flow at Doncaster Racecourse, which is down the road, and it's not always little favourites that win in this town.
You're dead right.
Maybe room for Eamonn Loughran supporters.
Yeah, we're just across the road from the racecourse here in Doncaster, the graveyard of many a favourite. Here comes Loughran. And this is Donovan Boucher.
He's an experienced performer, Dave, as we know, very accomplished, well schooled and well polished. You know, he's proved his British superiority over Gary Jacobs with a points win, Kirkland Lang, Mickey Hughes and Robert Wright. And here he comes again for his 5th British opponent.
And unbeaten since Glenwood Brown stopped him in 7 rounds for the WBA International title in September of 1989. Alan Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Dome in Doncaster come with the main attraction of the evening, promoted by Matchroom and sponsored by Buckter, and this is a welterweight contest at 10 stone 7 pounds, over 12 rounds each of 3 minutes duration for the Commonwealth welterweight title. Your British Boxing Board of Control steward in charge is Alan Simpson of Leeds, your matchmaker Frank Turner of London, your timekeeper Brian Pinder of Sheffield, and your referee for the contest, Adrian Morgan of Wales. Presenting and introducing to you, in the blue corner, with the green and the white shorts, with 18 wins from 20 contests, from Ballymena, the challenger for the title, Eamonn Loughran. And ladies and gentlemen, coming out of the red corner with the red and white shorts, from Canada, with 28 wins from 31 contests, the reigning Commonwealth welterweight champion, Donovan Boucher!
And Donovan Boucher, Dave, just for the record, is rated number 5 in the world by one organisation. That's testimony to his class.
Adrian Morgan of Wales is the referee. Loughran, well, maybe displayed the intemperance of youth, getting disqualified against Tony Akubia.
That's a question mark tonight that Damon will be determined to answer against his first real world-class opponent as a professional. You know, his amateur pedigree is absolutely unquestionable.
That's for sure. Boucher, the now familiar red and white of his adopted Canada. And Loughran, well, what else? Green and white. Now, we were talking to Freddie King, Loughran's trainer, before the fight. He said the battle plan for the first 3-4 rounds, just to stay with him. Draw the jab a little bit, hold the centre of the ring, work the body.
I think that could be a real good ploy for Eamonn, is to definitely work the body. In the visits I've seen of Boucher, Mickey Hughes did hurt him with a body shot downstairs, and I know he's a good solid pro and he'll be in great shape, but Loughran is a wicked body puncher.
I've got to say that Loughran looks a weight above Boucher.
They're both coming at 10-6 this afternoon, both obviously in great shape, but Eamonn really does look big.
I mean, Eamonn Loughran looks like a light middle. As you say, they're both inside the welterweight championship limit, 10-7.
I think the ring is to Eamonn's advantage. It's a small ring, so if Boucher's planning on a running mission, Eamonn hasn't got to run too far to catch him. But at the moment, they're just sorting out one another and looking to see who's going to be the governor.
Well, we saw against Mickey Hughes that Boucher can handle a big puncher.
They don't come any bigger than Mickey Hughes in that department.
This is a good start by Loughran.
It certainly gives the champion, Boucher, room for fall because he's been picked up by one or two good shots. So head and body. You know, it's very early days in a 12-round contest.
Well, this is a good opening by Loughran. Let's not get too carried away, but it is a good start by the Irishman.
You know, as we've already stated, Dave, this is Eamonn's big chance tonight, and he'll probably box above anything he's ever produced or thought he was capable of producing in his past.
But as you say, Jimmy, I think the key, if Loughran is going to win this fight, I think the key will be the body shots, because he's a devastating body puncher.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to see him really operate on, and especially early in the contest, the first half a dozen rounds, really sink in body shots home and up the pace for the championship.
Oh, that was a good left from Loughran.
He's hurt.
And Boucher is hurt.
It's caught him in the eye, I think, but he's definitely hurting.
This is a real surprise. Boucher blinking furiously. That was Loughran's round, all right, making no mistake.
A big round as well.
No, this is the champion of the Commonwealth, Donovan Boucher. Won the title. God, it seems like an age ago, doesn't it? Won the title against Gary Jacobs in Scotland. That was in the wake of that defeat against Glenwood Brown. Came over just a couple of months later and beat Jacobs. Let's take a look at this shot again, Jim.
I think it's a left hook from Eamonn Loughran. There it is, bang, left hook, followed up with a right hand which never connected, but you can see the left hook's done it down. There's Boucher immediately attending his right eye with his right hand. You know, should Eamonn Loughran pull off the victory tonight, he's arrived as a world-class candidate, and all sorts of doors could be opening.
This
previously bolted tight and probably unimaginable, so he's got to gate crash the party with a victory.
You said it. You said all there is to say on that subject, Jim. Round two.
I think you're going to see the championship material that Boucher possesses here, because he's going to try and gain respect out of Loughran now. I'm sure he's going to try and, I've got to use the word, he's going to try and spank him.
Well, he's been in. We're talking about he's been in with big punches. He's been in with Mickey Hughes. He's been in with Sean Sullivan. And
he was a great fighter.
And Sean Sullivan. Didn't even last 2 rounds. Sean O'Sullivan, yeah, didn't even last 2 rounds with Boucher.
Loughran at the moment is absolutely buzzing. He's seen he's hurt the champion. He can almost taste the sweet smell of victory. He needs to remember that Boucher's a class act.
Freddie King's battle Blair might go out the window if he gets much more success. Success can be a heady drug.
He just needs to show experience that he hasn't actually gained as of yet, and stay nice and cool and just go about his work in a nice professional manner. It's very strong, Loughran, and Boucher's appreciating just how strong as they're going up close, unloading shots on one another. going to be a good, tough fight.
Boucher, 9 years older than his opponent tonight.
Also 9 years more experience.
That's right.
Can Eamonn do what Gary Jacobs, Curtin Lang, Mickey Hughes and Robert Wright have failed and take this title?
That was a little low, Adrian Morgan. This has a word with Loughran. That left was a little bit low. Credit to Boucher, did not make a meal of it.
Yeah, he's a good pro. Eamonn's getting home with some good shots. He certainly ain't overawed, Eamonn Loughran. He's gone about his task with absolute vigour. He really is firing on all cylinders. Uppercut to the body there from Boucher.
And the champion showing true class in the final exchanges of that second round. Don Boucher, who after he beat Robert Wright back in March at the Grosvenor House Hotel, he said he wasn't interested in coming back to Britain to defend his welterweight title anymore. He was after bigger honours, but a world title shot has been so elusive that he's really been forced back into the ring. He hasn't fought since beating Robert Wright in March.
Yeah, he's, you know, Dave, he's, like you said, he's a good solid pro who's probably on the we don't need him list, but you see Loughran here, he's got Boucher trapped on the ropes and fires on that left hook yet again, and you just see him hunting that title. He really, really, really wants it badly.
Score is 10 seconds.
You know, he knows if he gets beat tonight, he's got to lower his sights a little bit. He maybe found his level. His title ambitions and big paydays will temporarily be shelved, but he wants him right now.
Main event on Screen Sport tonight on Probox and Doncaster. Eamonn Loughran in the green and white challenging Donovan Boucher in the red and white for the Welterweight Championship of the Commonwealth. And Loughran is putting up a good fight so far.
I think these early rounds, Dave, could, you know, this fight's to go to 12 round distance, these early rounds could be vital.
Here comes Boucher. I think he's had enough of getting clipped and clobbered another young challenger in the opening couple of rounds.
That left hook from the body that Eamonn's employing is a classic. We'll throw back to the old Barry McGuigan days, eh?
I bet he's watching tonight, is Barry.
Cracking left hook. There it is. He's got to keep sinking it in and doubling it up. But Eamonn looks very, very relaxed. He doesn't seem to be expending unwanted energy. He's picking his shots, letting them go, and having a little breather. Probably thinking about the distance. You know, I often go on about the distance, as I've used before, that like a marathon, you don't know you can do it until you've accomplished it. And it'll be in the back of Eamonn's mind, can I do 12 rounds? Certainly showing. Good left foot.
Oh, yes!
Boucher.
Oh, yes!
Boucher's in big trouble.
He is!
He's gone. He's gone.
A count of 7. The champion in enormous trouble and through the ropes.
That's all over.
First.
He won't recover from that. I'll be surprised if he does.
The count is 5.
As tough as the champion he is, Loughran's got the title there to
The
take
title
right now.
is going to change hands any minute.
The referee's going to
Any
stop
minute.
this.
It's all over.
Loughran's caused the upset
all over.
and won the Commonwealth title.
Oh my word!
An excited Barry Earn and Freddie King going to show just how pleased they are, because he's really upset the apple cart there.
That is one of the biggest upsets in world boxing this year. I kid you not.
Unbelievable.
I kid you not.
I've heard a little whisper that him and the big punching Darren Dyer might get it on. What a great fight that would be for the punters.
Loughran is beside himself with joy.
He's arrived as I stated earlier he would, if he could pull it off tonight, as a world-class campaigner. Tremendous.
And I'll tell you, Freddie King's a bit chuffed as well. There's Eamonn Loughran right above us.
Freddie King has got every right to be pleased.
Freddie King,
what a tremendous performance.
splitting his face.
And Boucher, just looking at him sitting on his stool there.
Cannot believe it.
He really is absolutely shell-shocked.
Well, this is worth several more looks.
This is quality. This is quality. There you see him going with a 1-2, coming back with a left hook, and there you see it. The effect is devastating. Boucher is all but out. But he gets up, he shows his grit as a champion, but Eamonn ain't going to let him off the hook now, and he's unloading with
accuracy. Look at this, right through the ropes, my goodness!
The power of Eamonn Loughran was there for all to see tonight. And make no mistake about that, he had stopped a world-class fighter in style. There's a new kid on the welterweight scene, because this is a young little lion. Tremendous finish from Eamonn Loughran.
Well, Adrian Morgan, I know Boucher's corner suggesting that it was stopped a little bit prematurely. I haven't got no quarrel with that at all.
I've got to say it, Dave, when Eamonn got him in trouble, I know he's got his green shorts on, but he see the green light and he went for it. He went right through it.
Oh, is he pumped up, I tell you.
He's buzzing.
Well, I tell you, if you thought that was good, wait till Saturday. Eubank against Jimenez. Let me give you those phone numbers for the last time again. 0891 333 545, or turn to page 540 Sport Text. And, well, you'll find out how you can win VIP tickets to GMEX.
Great champion. A magnificent champion.
Boucher.
I love you. God bless you.
Boucher, I wonder if his career can recover from that.
Doesn't he deserve it?
I wonder.
Eamonn Loughran.
Well, I tell you, I was not exaggerating when I said that was one of the biggest upsets in world boxing this year. If you had money on Eamonn Loughran, you would have made an awful lot of money tonight.